Now we're recording. So, I had a couple different ideas about how we could possibly go about this. One, I got headphones on, so I'm going to talk too loud. One, but now I'm out in the world with everybody. I'm just a normal guy. One was three different ideas I had, and I'm open to others. One was we just come up with a title, like we always do, and then we do as we do, but we quickly get stuck, as we usually do, and that's when we turn over a card. Another idea, we begin by turning over the cards, that's how we generate the title. The third potential idea is no title. We just go by the cards. I feel like that would be the most challenging one. This first would be the least challenging, but we don't get to use the cards as much. The second, I feel like
why doesn't the card just dictate everything?
Yeah, so maybe
the card tells the story, let it walk it through.
Also, should I turn the lights off and just have ambient? Nice, smooth lighting?
Don't get up, because you're mic'd. I just did all the testing. Oh my God.
Is it going to change anything? Emmy can do it. We have assistants.
Emmy can do it.
Okay, I think we're still good. Jerry, look at you. You're all twisted up.
I wasn't trained.
This is what she went to school for.
Yeah.
For lights?
AV.
Oh yeah, you have like a broadcast.
Why have I been doing? I have no idea what I'm doing.
They didn't have this.
Yeah.
Oh, you should get one of these. They're fun.
Did you work at K104?
No, I worked at a radio station in Charlotte. Not here.
If you ever want to just play with this before we do a recording, that would be good way to mess with it, and then we could have someone who knows what they're doing do what I just did.
Licensed radiologist.
That's okay. So let's Elma lead us.
Okay.
Well, yeah. So now we should explain what's going on.
We just said it out loud. Oh.
No, they don't.
For the goddamn viewers, for Molly in the future.
For Molly, who's gonna need her.
has no idea what's going on.
So today we're joined by Elma and her tarot cards.
What up?
As well as her entourage.
Sister?
Live audience.
A live audience.
Mm-hmm.
It's our first
these
live
are our
show.
fans. These are our fans. This is the fans.
Usually Tom and I do this in our underwear here.
Nice.
And today we've taken the underwear off. And we're gonna. I think the plan is to let the tarot guide us through the story.
The creativity.
Yeah. Elma, do you want to say anything about that?
Yeah. So.
She's a licensed tarotist.
Yeah. No, there's no such thing. Last afternoon, me and Michelle arranged a deck from like card 0 to card 022, which is the major arcana, and then we organized the 4 suits. And I have not shuffled since.
So everything's organized.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
How'd you do that?
So everything's organized?
Everything is organized right now.
Do we want that?
Huh?
We don't want that.
We don't want that. I have to shuffle them.
Okay.
But yeah, if you have any questions about the tarot, ask
we have a special
me.
red
From your understanding, what is unfolding when you're doing the tarot? Like, what is guiding that process? Is that just patterns as existence unfolds, or is there specific entities that guide it?
Wow, that's a good question.
It's a great question.
That's a great question. I tend to err on the side of it is whatever you want or whatever you think it is. So for me, what I'm feeling like is there might be some guiding conscience within the group, and this is the subconscious machine.
Okay.
This pulls up imagery that all of us in this room, have context for in our subconscious. So these are all pictures and colors and stuff that we have a genuine understanding and has meaning.
Shiny things dazzle my simple brain.
Yes. So I guess when I shuffle them, when we start to tell the story, say it's out of the 3 of us, the things that we relate, we're going to start relating together and curating our own tale.
Okay.
Which would be very unique to us.
The tarot card that she pulls will guide us down the path of creativity.
Yeah. And it's being informed by our collective conscience.
Okay.
And
because
our specific one in the room.
It's not like you can change matter, because you shuffle the cards.
God.
It's not like matter is changing the card.
There's no such thing as matter.
It's the shuffle itself is where it's coming into play.
Yes. a lot
Why?
of...
Wait, why are we so sure you can't change matter?
Because the card at the bottom cannot manifest itself to the top.
How do you know that?
I don't know.
It can't...
No,
the card
I
at the
guess we
bottom
met
can
the
if you
limits of
shuffle.
your reasoning.
But technically, if you wait till the end of the universe, then it could.
That could be happening all the time.
Yeah. No, fuck.
Let's do the. All right, so let's. We have to shuffle first.
So I'm going to do the shuffling.
Okay.
Lots of people like to, you know, maybe I would like each of you to shuffle too.
Okay.
Get your hands on it and get in. All right, here we go.
manifest them.
I'm passing the cards over to Tom. You know, I want you, as you shuffle,
Shoot.
to
Molly, can you turn that light on behind you?
ask.
It's on the Florida button.
To think about your mission for the cards.
Okay.
Behind the plant.
So, what is your purpose for approaching the cards? We want to tell a tale or make a story.
Okay.
Right? A movie?
Yeah.
So just shuffle. So with that intent, shuffle.
Okay.
And when you feel like you've made your intent clear into your shuffling, then you can pass it to me.
Oh my god, my mind was actually blank. Hold on, I'm thinking now.
That's also good. How's it feel?
These cards are hard to shuffle.
How are they hard? I think they're
They're
easier
thick.
than playing cards.
We also don't have a table to like. Do
Well, you
cool
clearly
tricks
never
on.
really shuffled cards before.
I'm not good at
You
shuffling.
could definitely shuffle on your leg, on your knee.
When I was.
I'm gonna try the bridge.
And I was very bad at shuffling, and I'm not going to do that right now, but I can. I'll
Try-
tell you.
do it.
Well, I'll tell you a story about how I learned how to do that.
Okay.
I was working at a day hab for my internship in college, and there was an older woman who. Well, I would. My job was mostly just play the cards with the people there. There was
Is
an
this a
old-
long story?
No, it's almost over. There was an older woman that would watch me struggle to do that trick.
She was
shuffle
watching the struggle bus.
And then one day I did it, and she said, I prayed to Jesus for you.
Please, Jesus, guide his thumbs.
And it worked, so that's one for Jesus.
Wow, not one question is too small.
What?
Not one ask is too small for Jesus.
He might be mostly interested in card stuff.
I
don't know.
learned how to shuffle from Molly. I've seen her do the side shuffle, right, Molly? The side shuffle.
This side shuffle.
You know, just the corners.
Oh, that's it.
We're both very friendly people with
I
long hair.
still can't do the bridge,
You'll get there with it.
but you do it so fluently. All right, that's
take
that's
it.
a shuffle.
Thanks. Thank you. And then I'll do one to just connect it.
Disconnected.
To connect it.
See, she knows how to shuffle.
Yeah.
My father played cards.
I think
grew up in a
girls
card
have
playing
longer
family.
fingers.
I don't think so.
No.
I do.
Jesus, shoot me down.
Okay, so I'll have Tom cut the deck.
Okay.
Cut it in half. Great. Now I'm putting the cards on the table. I'm going to draw from the top. All right. This
Finally.
Okay.
is Jerry has been really waiting for a good juicy card, and I
Yeah,
guess
something we haven't got the other day 10
Ooh,
times.
that's a great opening scene.
That is
Yes.
a really great opening scene.
So, can we, Elma, could you explain what card this is? And Jerry, can you explain what we're looking at? And then maybe Elma,
I'm
you can
looking
explain
at-
what it is.
I'm looking
What does it look like
a
now?
man in a black cloak standing in an open field with a river in the background. And there are 5 chalices. 3 have spilled over. 2 contain wine. The other one has a green substance.
Sit up,
Great.
it's hard to hear you when you...
Oh yeah.
And in
Sorry.
the background on this river, there's a bridge that connects to a town. And the sky looks like
What's that Roman numeral mean, Jerry?
5.
Sorry. Yes, it's the 5 of cups. And a man looks like he's pretty sad, and he's looking at his 3 cups that have spilleth over. And there is 2 cups standing upright behind him. So the meaning of this card, just the general words that Biddy Tarot is giving me, it's my favorite website to use. Regret, failure, disappointment, pessimism.
Wow.
So opening scene.
All
That's
right.
the vibe.
We need a name for this man. Can we pull another card to potentially generate that name?
You need a name?
Yeah.
Okay.
Got your name right here.
It's a guy with.
Jerry, just sit up because your mic.
So I've pulled the 7 of wands, and it's a guy who has a stick. Here, Jerry, you want to describe it?
It's a Peter Pan looking man
Oh.
with 4, 5, 6, 7 sticks. Is he hammering them in?
No,
how about
he's
the
like,
wand man?
It's
How about Peter Wand?
Peter Wand.
Yeah.
That's the name
Peter
of the
Wand.
character.
Why does that sound so good?
So Peter Wand has just made a terrible mistake and perhaps lost everything. He's standing over the creek where he and his family and friends had so many good times. But now it's a stream of despair.
That's how you're starting the story.
That's the backdrop.
Yeah. What happened? Where did it all go wrong, Jerry?
Well, it looks like he was expecting people, and they never showed up. So he kicked these over.
Oh, so you think he did that himself?
He's like, fuck. But what's the green?
What's the green?
Green means envy. Maybe
Red
he
means
threw
jealousy.
a party and everyone else went to another one. His rival. And we need to pick
All
a
right.
card for his rival, I think.
Okay. His rival is the Hermit. So,
Who usually never sees anyone.
Yeah.
so this person, he represents a major theme in life.
Yeah.
The Hermit. He is the time in your path where you take time inside and reflect. Somebody wise. Maybe it's a wise man told him something he didn't want to hear. Where would you go with this? Am I playing in this game too?
Sure.
I
You're
didn't know.
leading
if
this game.
There's no rules.
Okay.
We're
Just
trying to
right.
make a movie here. Remember, this is a
Yeah.
movie.
Because like I don't want to bogart the
Can-
conversation.
Can I just say my thinking for a
Yeah.
second? In that first opening image,
Mm-hmm.
that is the scene from which we are going to flash back and tell the first half of the story.
I don't
Like,
know what you're talking about.
like I think this is where we open up, and the first half of the story is how did we end up here?
Yeah. So we're already in the
And by
spies.
this I mean what is that?
That's the present.
The 5 of Cups.
5 of Cups.
Who is Peter Wand?
Peter Wand. So we open up Peter Wand, so sad. No one's at his party, looking at the stream.
Because he's been fighting with everybody lately.
He's
Okay.
been fighting with everyone lately, so now they're at the Hermit's party. Elma, go.
Hermit's party? That's the opposite of what hermits
That's
do.
the name of the movie.
The Hermit's party.
Hermit's party.
Whoa, I
God,
love it.
it's so
All right.
good. All right. So it's party starts at 8.
Yeah.
That's why he has his little lantern on. And
So it's winter.
it's winter. Well, sure, it's winter time. That's why he has his hood. It's like it's cold. There's white mountain cap mountains in the background. He's like, where's Peter? He said he was gonna be here. And he's like waiting on him. I'm getting time from this too.
Yeah.
The Hermit. It's just
Wait. So Peter was invited.
Peter was invited, but I get the vibe that he showed up to this party and like fought with everybody. He was wasted and he wasn't, and he like got into a fight with
Okay.
everybody.
So maybe. All right. He was like, "Hey, oh, okay. Can I?"
Yeah, please jump in.
So the Hermit. What's the Hermit's name? Kermit.
Can it? I don't know.
Maybe
Herman.
we. All right. We'll call him Herman.
Herman, the Hermit.
Yeah, so Herman had this party planned. It's like kind of like his coming out of his shell party because he's been Herman.
Yes.
And he's like, I'm going to invite all my friends. Fuck, I'm a hermit. I have no friends.
But he made a bunch of friends through Peter.
But how about the hermit has
The
been
internet.
watching Peter in the field below, hammering his wand.
I think we have to start saying yes to each other instead of just overwriting.
And Hermit's like, I've watched you hammer your wands for a long time
I
now."
do like where this is going. Go on.
So he approaches him one day.
Yes.
He's like, hey, I'm the hermit that lives up in the cave. I've been watching you play with your wands.
And I want to know why.
He's like, you've seen me play my wands? He's like, yeah, I'm up top, and you're the only one out here in this field. I've been watching you play with your wands.
And I love it But why?
And
Why
then
are you-
Peter's kind of like self-conscious. He's like, oh, fuck, he saw me play my wands.
Yeah.
And he's like, what do you want from me? He's like, I want you to come to my party. I'm lonely. I'm a hermit. I want you to come to my party.
So-
And if you don't, I will let everyone in. I will take that bridge over the river, and I'll go into town, which I haven't done in 75 years.
Yeah.
And I will tell everyone about your wands and what you've been doing.
Your
with
wand
them.
your wand habit.
Your wand habit.
So this is where I feel like chronologically I'm a little confused.
I thought this is opening scene.
Yeah, so that's the opening scene.
no,
Now
we're doing a flashback
we
The
flash back.
flashback.
to how this all happened.
I think this might be. I think maybe I shouldn't have introduced flashback. That's confusing for 3 people. And an audience.
I'm not confused about flashback, Jerry.
Okay. So wait, Elma.
I knew. It's actually in the future, Jerry.
Elma, you were saying everyone's at Herman's party,
Yes.
and they're not at Peter's party.
No.
I think Herman was a hermit, had this conversation, got to know Peter by going to Peter's parties,
Okay.
then stole all of Peter's friends. Now they're at Herman's party. Peter was invited to that, though. Because Herman's a good sport, or is he? Maybe.
Well, he kind of wanted him to see, look, how good he's doing.
That's at least how
Yes.
Peter's reading it.
Yes.
And Peter was like, no, it's fucking, it's the 3rd Thursday. This is when I throw
And
my
your
party.
cave is musky and dark.
And he's like, but people like the must.
He's like, well, I can't, my allergies.
There you go.
So what about the outcome of this? This like, okay, so where do we go with this with the hermit and
Well, you
Peter's?
tell us.
Yeah, maybe we
Well,
wait.
Oh.
But we need to figure out where we are before we go.
We're at the
Okay.
party.
We're at the party. Bring us to the party. Oh, and there's Jerry,
There's Jerry
the
again.
miser.
Okay.
The miser. We got the 4 of
Not throw
coins.
the M word around.
He's holding tightly to his coins,
Yeah.
stepping on 2
I'm like,
coins.
I come and I'm like, listen, I was going to get you a gift.
I'm getting the vibe that this is another friend in the group.
Oh, what's his name?
His name, Jerry.
Jerry Misley.
Jerry Misley.
Yeah. And he's
Okay.
at the hermit's party, and he's having a great time.
And it's one of those weird things where, like, the person always says the first and last name of me.
Peter Misley, and Peter's like, "Where's?" Wait, no,
Jerry Misley.
Jerry Misley. He's like, "Where's Peter?" Peter Sourpuss.
And then the hermit's like, oh, you know how he
And
is.
the hermit's kind of tipsy. He's like, oh, he's probably with his wands.
And then Miserly's like, what are you talking
talking
about?
Oh, never mind. So what is going on with Peter and his wands?
Wow.
Oh,
Wow.
he's been stacking them.
He's been walking town to town carrying lots of wands. He's
Yeah.
been in the wand game. I told you he's got a wand addiction. He's in the wand game. It's kind of like not cool in this society.
Yeah.
What is the card you just pulled?
This is the card I had yesterday, which was about
Yeah, describe the card for the people.
okay,
who
so
can't
it's the 10 of wands. It's this man hunched over carrying these 2 big long sticks. He's close to town, so it's not much farther away until he gets to put the sticks down. But yeah, it looks like it's a pretty big burden for him to carry.
see. I think he hides his wands somewhere outside of town.
I think the burden is his addiction to wands. These might be magic wands.
For some reason, the town doesn't like
There's
the
a
wands.
mystery about the wands we don't know yet.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. But they are enchanting.
Yes.
Maybe metaphoric. Because Herman saw the wands and he was like, I fucking saw you with those wands. Really good job.
Does he
And-
have him in the corner of the party?
No.
No.
The wands are a secret.
Yeah, but he's cornering him, confronting him, be like,
No, Herman. Wait, Peter's not at the party. He's looking at the creek, feeling sorry for himself.
So that was a flashback.
No, that's. We're still in. No, that's the flash forward where we're
a
starting.
question from the audience was, I thought that was a flashback.
We haven't flashed back yet.
This is happening real time.
This is
Yes,
real time.
the part that was in the flashback.
Another question from the audience.
Yes. Are you following?
I don't think anybody can
We're gonna
pick
have to
up on
translate
that. It's
that and
too
get
high
back to
pitched.
you.
You know, when you flash forwarding.
We've flash forwarded. Yeah.
This is going to be a 3-parter series. It's going to be Back to the Future, Back to the Future.
No, wait, I think I got this. So, the place we open up is the creek. We flash back
Yes.
to the meeting between Peter and Herman, where he sees the wands. Then, what we're gonna fill this out, maybe not, is the whole drama where Herman kind of ingratiates himself with Peter's peers, and then he brings them his party, and Peter's like, "What the fuck?" I kind of think Herman might be trying to get the wands.
Okay.
Sorry, I
But
shouldn't
he's
even be
playing
talking
it like he
motivation.
doesn't want to.
I shouldn't even be talking about motivation because we're trying to set the stage of the
Hopefully
temporality.
they cut this out in the recording.
Understood. Yes.
And I get really upset. So I appreciate the live audience.
I feel like there needs to be a little bit more organization with the storytelling.
I think we might be being too literal,
Yeah.
and I think
This is
Because
not how we
I don't know
flow.
if you want to use the actual pictures.
yes. So can I throw
Yes.
a suggestion?
Yes.
I think let's go the idea
Organic.
of we just do the story as we normally do. Yeah, you're obviously third micing it.
Sure.
But when we get stuck, as we always do,
Yes.
We refer to the cards.
we refer to the card.
Yes.
Yes.
Are we sticking with the story?
No, I think we have to generate a title.
Yeah.
And now,
Do you want to generate a title from what card I pull?
yeah, just pull the intention and then pull from somewhere in the deck.
Okay.
It doesn't
Okay.
matter.
Okay.
where.
It does. It's magic.
We have to use the magic if we're doing
Got it.
this.
Do it.
Okay. What is the question again?
We're
the
looking for a
title. We need the perfect
We
title.
need the perfect title.
Or an okay title. What is it? Okay, so it's a lady with swords and she's blind. She's Justice.
She's she's
The
basically
blind fencer.
she's like stuck. She has like she's the only one binding herself down.
Oh. Okay.
She's
What's the
always-
name of this card?
This is the Two of Swords.
The Two of Swords. She's binding herself down. Bind me down now. Jerry, head in the game.
Still entangled.
Entanglement. Oh, I think maybe entanglement is...
I like entanglement.
Entangled. Entanglement? Entangled.
Entangle.
Mint.
Entanglement.
The mint that's entangled.
Maybe it's a spider that gives mints.
Or the spider is minty.
Entanglement.
Okay, entanglement. All right,
That's
all right,
too of a
all right,
pun.
all right,
That's
all right,
best
all right.
pun.
This is what I usually make Jerry do this part. Jerry, all right. How many people? How many people are we starting off with?
4.
4. What is the gender breakdown? Boys, girls. What's going on?
I don't know. 2 boys, 2 girls.
2 boys, 2 girls. Okay, we all come up with some names for these boys and the girls. I'm gonna say the first boy's name is Greg.
John.
John. We need 2 girls.
She was gonna say Jerry.
Just went to the next one.
Well, the next 2 are girls, but Jerry could be a girl's name with a G.
We don't want to confuse people.
Okay.
Let's confuse people. Laura.
Mora.
Laura.
I like Mora.
All right, Mora.
Laura and Mora.
Laura. No, that's gonna confuse people.
Laura and Moira.
I like that. So Greg, John, Laura, and Moira. Okay. How old are they?
Oh,
How old are they? Elma, how old are they?
they just graduated college.
And 2 of them are 30.
Oh, it's okay.
Grad school.
It's ACH.
It's
Yeah,
It's
all
a
over
community college.
Non-trad.
Oh, okay. So maybe the 30-year-olds are Moira and John, and they're married, and they're just taking some class just for a lark at the community college.
Yeah.
But Greg and Laura are just enrolled. They're trying to get their associates.
Yeah.
What is the class? What's entangled? What is a high intensity class? What's high drama? High
Physics, entanglement.
Performing
No.
arts.
Physics.
Paleontology.
Oh yeah.
What?
Wait, entanglement is in physics.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, quantum
Spooky
entanglement.
physics.
So let's work with that.
Okay. All right. So
Physics.
they're taking. So yeah, Moira and John, they're just like, yeah, we read some Neil deGrasse Tyson, blah, blah, blah. We just thought it'd be a hoot. They have a quantum physics class at community college? Sure. Yes.
Yes, definitely.
Oxhard?
And
That's real.
but John and Moira are just giving them a ride home because they're a very nice couple.
Yeah. They find out they all live kind of like because they live in a neighboring town.
Yeah.
So it's just easy to drop them off.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're all entangled, you might say.
Yeah.
Well, they learned that day in class about entanglement.
Jerry, can you explain entanglement?
It's when two particles are entangled, and if you change one, the other one changes no matter where it is in the universe. It travels faster than light information, which is impossible for what we know.
So,
And Einstein saw it in his theories, and he freaked out and didn't want to believe it. And he called it spooky physics.
Thank you. Now it's all roads lead back to my Instagram handle.
Yes. And so now they just learned about this, and on the way home, they're all joking, but John's just staring. And Moira's like, "What's wrong?" He's like, "I'll tell you later." And it hit something.
and maybe Laura in the back, that gives her a vibe. Everyone else isn't really paying attention, but she sees that and she's like, what the fuck is bothering him so much?
The end.
Sorry, hold on, what?
So then they drop the other two off.
Wait, do you need us to rewind?
Yeah.
They're in the car. They're talking about what they learned.
John and
entanglement.
Moira are married.
John and Moira are married.
They're in the front.
John starts seeming freaked out. He's got 1,000-yard stare.
Yes.
And
Because everyone's chatting like it's regular.
and then Laura goes, John, what's wrong? He goes, it's nothing. I'll tell you about it later. And then Moira hears that and looks at him knowingly, like something ain't right here.
Yes. And Laura picks up on it.
Yes.
Got it.
What happens next?
Let's see. I'm pulling the card from the top. Something about religion, the Pope.
Okay.
Something with this part. Yeah. I pulled the Hierophant. So.
Maybe on the radio, some like a fire and brimstone preacher comes on.
Yeah.
And he goes, he's like, turn not to the stars for answers.
Yeah.
Turn not to the earth for answers. Shut your ears. Jerry, keep going.
No. Basically, what I think is they're coming from like physics, a science class,
Yeah.
and then you get the preacher coming on the
Yeah,
radio
yeah.
being like,
And it's contradicting.
yes, very contradicting, being like, fuck science. God made the planets. There was no Big Bang Theory. The stuff that you're talking about is Satan stuff.
And they're all laughing about it, like saying, like, listen to this. And John's like, turn this off. And he gets really serious.
Yeah, John's got secrets.
Yeah, John.
And Moira's like, God, what
John,
a fucking
they're kids.
party pooper.
Not so intense.
Yeah, he got a little weird.
He's like, sorry back there. I
now
need coffee.
It's making me wonder, like, you think he went to like Catholic school when he was younger?
Yes, I do. Or Russian Orthodox.
Ooh.
I don't know. I don't know anything about that.
I don't know
Schools are
anything.
old.
I couldn't either.
Their schools might be nice. I don't know.
I could pick up on he went to St. John's.
He went to St. John's.
Just like Jerry.
The real name of the character.
Yeah, we see beads of sweat going down back.
Oh
of the
my
neck.
God! You know I'm sweating like
They
crazy.
drop off. Laura and
Dern.
Greg.
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 Greg? When did this happen?
Greg is
Greg's
the
always
boy.
in there.
Okay.
And then it's just, and when they do, Laura looks back at John like
She goes, "You want to tell me now?"
No, it was Laura, the girl, not the woman.
Yeah, not the wife.
Looks back at John and is like, "Bye." Like her face is like something weird just happened. Then Moira says, "Want to tell me now?" And then John buries his hands in his palms. Nope. That would be doing this. He buries his face in his palms. What happens next?
I'm pulling. The moon.
The moon. He looks up.
He says, "Remember what they said? What Einstein said about the moon?
No, he said I had a dream
Okay.
because
Speak
the
up
moon-
just a little.
Um,
Not sit up.
until I get closer to it. I feel like I want to hold it. Okay. The moon represents like the subconscious dreams.
Uh-huh.
So something came to him in a dream, or he had a spooky dream.
Okay.
Also in the picture is like 2 dogs like barking at the moon, a lobster coming out of the water, and 2 towers. Looks like 2 energy towers.
Okay. So-
Interpretive.
He says, it was this dream I had.
He goes-
and she goes, you never remember your dreams.
He goes, I remember this one. And she's like, what was it? He was like,
I don't remember.
I figured out entanglement.
Oh. He got
Yeah, go-
closer to it. He's getting closer to proving entanglement.
And if he does, he wins a Nobel Prize.
No, but it's something's disturbing about
Yeah,
it.
that's all it takes.
Yes. There's a dark secret to entanglement.
And it's
Yes.
nothing what people think.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Like it's at some cost.
It's at a
That
big
like
cost.
anytime you do entanglement, you like lose some physicality, like some part of yourself.
Or,
Oh my
or,
God.
or maybe it's every time you do something positive, some other force is doing something negative
Negative
from the
in the
other
exact
side.
mirror.
Yes. It's the basis.
Yes.
So it's like he just realized that he thought he was doing right all his life, but he knew now that every good thing he has done has an equal opposite reaction on the other side, so he could be this terrible, terrible
He
person.
goes, I feel I'm entangled with someone. I felt this my whole life.
Oh no.
And I think I know
he's
who
like,
it
I
is.
feel untangled.
And then he puts his hand gently on Moira's face, and as that's happening, we cut to Laura slapping John in the face.
Yes.
Entanglement.
Yes. That's great. That's how it starts.
Dun, 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 and the keyboard comes in.
All right.
Yeah. Spiders start crawling down over the credits.
Oh, it's Spider.
Entanglement.
Okay.
And then stars burst out from all the O's in the names.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The spider's eyes are electrons.
I just know Elma has arachnophobia.
Well, these
yeah,
are
I don't
cartoon
know.
spiders. Though.
Yeah, as long as they're
This is just the
cartoon,
credits.
as long as it's animated,
Yeah.
I can maybe deal with it better.
It's okay. It's not gonna come into fruition.
Or
I just don't want to
Is it?
speak it into existence.
Okay, so I imagine we go then to John going, what was that for? Mm-hmm. All right, now, yeah.
or did they crash because she would drive it?
Sure.
It's the Queen of Swords. So she represents telling somebody the hard truth. And look, her hand's out like she already like slapped somebody. She's like, yeah, I'm gonna slap you again because I'm tired of this shit. You always have some crazy dream. There's always something you're always babbling on about. I really like the new friends we made.
Wait,
Don't ruin that.
no. This is Laura is slapping John.
Sorry.
I thought it was the same too.
Because
Where did Moira go?
Laura is no. Wait, who's the adult? The adult man is
Moira.
Greg.
Moira.
Who's the adult?
John, the adult.
So let.
Wow, they all are really entangled.
So they are.
Wait. So John gently put his hand on Moira's face because he was afraid.
Oh, and Laura came out?
And then we cut to Laura, the young girl, slapping Greg.
Laura slaps Greg.
Laura slaps Greg. So the young girl slaps the young boy.
Oh, we're in 2 different
Okay,
areas.
We
so-
cut
Okay.
with our swords. So what is the harsh truth?
That Laura, I really liked where I was going with this, so
Wait, so why did Laura
But that's a
slap?
backtrack.
Laura slap.
Why
What's
did
his
the
name? Greg.
Greg? Why did the girl slap the boy, not
Yeah,
the
so
man?
not the man. She turned around and she slapped him,
No,
That
we
was
cut. We cut to a whole different scene because
and
we
it's a whole new thing. And now it's Laura slapping Greg, and we want to know what they're getting slapped about.
Yes. Why did she slap him?
That's the card.
Because now we're hinting at is that Laura and John are entangled.
Yeah.
This older man and this young girl are entangled. Whenever he does something, she does the opposite, perhaps, or the dark version.
They could be like each other's dark.
Yes, and he touched his wife's face gently. She slaps her boyfriend in the face
But
Then-
she still needs her own motivation.
because we pulled the Queen of Swords.
She's calling Greg out on some shit. She's like, I'm tired of how you're bullshit. It's like it's always this and it's always that, and it's really like this.
What
So
is
the Queen
bullshit?
of Swords is just setting the record straight.
Yeah.
And she's telling him what he doesn't want to hear.
What does he not want to hear?
He needs to get a job.
You need, yeah. You're not going to be a physicist. We're at fucking
We're
community
broke.
college.
Yeah. Like, I need you to get your ass up and do some work.
And he's like, no.
He's like, we're 18.
Okay, no.
No, I like it. She's like, get your head. He's like he's got hoop dreams. He wants
Yeah.
to be a physicist, and she's like, that's bullshit. I just want to get out of this house with my crazy father, get a job, and let's fucking get established.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, she's like trying to knock some sense into him. He's a little senseless.
She's like, what's wrong with being a greeter at Walmart?
But he's got the
I
gift.
think he has ambitions of transferring to like another SUNY school.
Yeah. Yeah.
Abby, you're coming in with the fucking hard facts.
So this
He
is
wants to go to like Binghamton or something, and it's like
you can transfer out of the SUNY system.
Yeah, but maybe she doesn't want to leave.
Yeah.
Is this a romance?
No, it's scary.
It's entanglement. It's spooky.
Okay, so
So they have that issue. Okay.
yeah. And then maybe she goes into her house in a huff, and she has to deal with her crazy father.
Who? Well, her
Yeah.
mom had died. It's the Queen of Pentacles. So
The Queen of Pentacles. Oh, so maybe she walks past a mural. What's it called? Not a mural. Like
memorial.
a memorial. What's the word?
An altar?
An altar for her mother.
Yeah, she storms in. So now you get the hint that like, all right, this girl's dealing.
Yeah,
with
and
something
her
mom's
dad's
dead.
like berating her, be like, bah, 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 why are you home late? I don't want you seeing that boy with the whole 9 yards.
Yeah, yeah.
And then we cut to John and Moira,
It's okay. I just want to make sure. I can
And-
hear you.
we see them.
Wait, are we cutting away? No, this doesn't.
No.
No, we shouldn't cut away from this scene.
No, because we get a zoom in of Laura's
With zoom
face.
eyes?
Yeah, with zoom eyes. No, she's not. No one's seen this. The camera's seen this.
Okay.
We hear her getting berated, and it looks like she's just like, another day in this. And now she's like has this stare. We're zooming in, and then we cut to John and Moira, and it's a bed sheet flipping on a bed. It's like what cuts the scene.
Yeah.
And then the bed sheet falls, and they're talking about entanglement, and he's like, I don't know, it's just so crazy, babe. Like
It's crazy, babe.
I
So
really,
crazy, babe.
She's like, well, if you think you've solved it, you need to write it all down. Like, why are you
Yes.
in here making the bed with me?
because
He's like,
he says
"All right,
no one would accept.
no
this.
one accepted, but I'm going to write it down after we make this bed because I'm not going to go to bed yet. She's like, okay, great. And she throws him her pillow, and he
And-
starts fluffing it. Then we cut back to Laura, and she is stabbing her dad.
Do we not think that's a little bit premature?
No, we got to get this
That-
fucking movie off the ground.
You don't know how weird it could get.
Okay, all right. She's stabbed. All right. So with both of her hands, she's got knives in both hands. She's stabbing his fat belly.
Yeah. And she's crying when
yeah.
she's doing it because she's like, I don't know why I'm doing it.
No, she knows why. She's like, I've had enough of this. I'm entangled.
I'm entangled.
No, she doesn't
She doesn't
know.
say that. No.
She doesn't know she's entangled yet.
Yes, but she's.
But ever since
Possessed?
Right now, she's being used like a puppet, but not intentionally.
So, okay, if I feel like I'm outvoted on this one, so we'll go with
They
that.
control the other side too.
Yes.
She is by making him fluff the pillow.
It's like
it's too much.
two parallels.
Yeah, it's balance. Who's walking who?
Who's walking who?
Who's
In
walking
the end,
who?
Okay, so they jump back to her. She's stabbing her belly, and then he's dead on the floor. And she then
And she starts weeping. Oh, sorry.
no, she starts weeping.
She starts weeping, and she goes, "What did I do? Oh God! Oh God! Why'd you have to? Why can't you just let me live?" And
I'm like watching it.
and she starts to freak out. She's been freaking out.
And she runs, going to Greg's house.
She runs to Greg's house. She's covered in blood.
Yeah.
She gets to Greg's house. She looks at herself. She goes, I can't go in there. I can't go in there. She rubs the blood on her face. Then she runs to Greg and Moira's house.
Wait, no.
John and Moira.
John.
John
God.
and Moira's house. And she rings their doorbell. And she goes,
Wait, what did Greg do?
She never rang the doorbell. I can't go in like this. I can't have Greg or his family see me
Yeah,
like
she
this.
saw the parents in the window.
And they were doing something innocent. They were all laughing around
And
the
she
Yeah.
kind of put her bloody hand on the window and left. And then they heard a rustle in the bushes, and then the mother looks out the window and sees the bloody finger.
And she goes, "Oh, a bird must have flew into the window."
Mom's really sharp.
Okay.
And then,
Okay, so when she gets to John and Moira's house,
yes.
they're like, should we call the police? I just
Oh.
pulled the justice card.
Oh,
Well, okay, so we're now at the house, and John's sitting down at the computer, and he writes entanglement. This is my theory, and right when he writes theory here,
Yes.
yeah.
he didn't get to write it.
It's getting close.
And then we cut to the bedroom where Laura?
Moira.
is like sits up in bed real quick. It's like, John!
It's sleepy time already?
No, they weren't sleeping.
They weren't?
They were just getting the bed together for later. They bought new
he
linens.
said, I'm gonna go write. You go to sleep.
He was gonna be writing all night. It's a whole fucking paper he's got to write, and he's just a fucking community college student. He's got to figure out how to write a paper.
That's why he's at Ock.
We all went to Ock.
I love Ock.
Ock was my favorite school of all the ones I've been to.
I agree. I learned how to write and speak English at Ock.
Because I'm straight off the boat Muslim.
That's not even.
You came from Muslim land.
I know, but it was great. It was good school. But it would make sense that these kids were like, I really want to transfer to a city school and get out of here.
Can I tell you a story? I went to OC for
Tell us.
not
a
even.
story.
I signed up for one semester, and then I went to class once. It was English, my first period, and the teacher's like, "We're gonna do something new," and then she's like, "We're going outside into the garden." I was like, "Oh, this is so cool." Oh, thank you. And then we go outside, and and she turns out to be the fucking hippie teacher, and she's like, "Let's just listen to nature," and I'm like,
great.
"What is
You
going
got
on?"
to do nothing.
I was like, "This is what I signed up for," because
Right.
I could have been at home smoking weed with my other friends who
Are
dropped
you
out.
kidding me? That's the best way to get
Oh man,
It
Jerry's
wasn't
mad
my
about
vibe.
this.
And then
Wasn't
I never went back to school.
Oh my God, people could die.
Wow, that really turned you off from school.
Because I was like, you know what? I'm going to do school. I wanted to sit in the classroom and
that's what
do
turned
it.
you off? You are so gonna.
You know, you did the right thing. You were like, this is what it's going to be like. Fuck out of here.
Yeah. I was like, I can go sit in Tristan's woods and not pay for it.
I forgot about the rose garden at Ock. That is just such a nice area.
It's beautiful there.
I gotta visit again. I gotta go to my alma mater.
I
I haven't seen my alma mater. So.
there's on Pluto TV. There's a new OC commercial on.
Oh my God, we're doing ads
seen
for
that.
Pluto. We're doing ads for SUNY Orange.
Oh, sorry, edit.
Oh my god.
We better get paid for this.
Yeah.
Okay, so knock, 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 knock. Laura's at the door. She's covered in blood. Daddy's blood.
Oh, that's why her robes are red.
That's why her robes are red. That's why my robes are red. She says later.
Could it be called Entanglement, the Tale of the Red Robes?
Perhaps.
That's a secret note.
Well, there's been mad red robes in this whole thing. The Hierophant, the Queen of Pentacles, and now Justice.
The truth of the red robe.
John opens the door. Laura, Laura, what happened to you?
It's so late. Everyone's sleeping.
And she goes, my dad, he freaked out. He stabbed himself, and he came after me.
Someone attacked my dad.
Someone that.
Greg, he attacked my dad.
My dad. Yeah, and then
He goes, what did Greg do? Get it?
and
What?
then Moira comes out. She goes, Greg did this, and then John steps back, and he goes, the pillow. No, but he knows something's up. He knows he's entangled. No, he doesn't know
No,
he's
he
entangled.
thinks it's Greg.
He thinks he's entangled with Greg, but he's actually entangled with Laura.
Yeah.
Yes.
I thought it was gonna go towards an affair with Laura.
Remember our last
That's not off the table.
Oh.
Remember our last story we made up about Dracula having a bird?
That's really good. It's not out yet. Don't fucking spoil it.
I mean, this is nowhere near that.
This is a different animal.
This story is great, first of all.
I'm here
The
for
Dracula
it.
the bird story.
The Dracula bird story is very good, but it's not out yet.
Okay.
We're working on it.
Okay, we're working on
You're
it.
being so polite.
Affair is not off the table, but it is not what's happening yet. What is happening yet, I believe, as Jerry said, is that John just thought, I'm entangled with Greg, and my good deeds with the pillow have killed Laura's
Why
father.
was this? Oh, maybe something happens.
Remember he was fluffing the
Yeah,
pillow?
but maybe something happens that he sees as like a halo sometimes.
Oh, on the way, a halo sometimes.
Like when he feels an entangled moment, there's obviously something significant.
He goes, that's the halo from my dream.
When he was fluffing the pillow, we saw it, and it was
The
like
it's like an aura,
It was like
like
an
that.
aura, and he didn't say anything about it.
Yeah.
And now he knows.
He knows.
He saw the same aura when he was driving with that 1,000-yard stare.
yeah.
Yes.
That's
He
when-
saw her hand glowing. No, his hand.
He's
On the steering wheel, he was
He
looking
saw
at
the
his.
glow coming from the back seat, but he
No,
thought
no,
it
no.
was Greg, but it was really Laura.
No, because he touched
No,
her
that-
face. So he was driving.
that
and
wasn't
his-
her. He didn't touch Laura's face.
And he.
She touched Moira's.
Yeah. So he was driving, and his hands started glowing, and he started looking at his hands.
Yes.
And then he took his glowing hand and touched her.
No, when he touched her, he saw his hand glow.
Okay.
Yes. What were we saying? What were you saying? You were saying, oh, okay. So, I'm entangled with Greg, he thinks.
Yeah.
And he goes, was there an aura around Greg?
And she goes, what? What? Yeah, I think
And then
there
Laura,
was.
and then Moira was like, would you just stop it? We're calling the police.
I think the next card has here the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords.
This is the new character, the cop.
Yeah. This is definitely the sheriff.
The sheriff. Can it be the crazy sheriff?
Sheriff Knight.
Sheriff Knight.
Yes.
So it's the Knight of Swords. He's come running in. He's coming in hot.
What number is that?
There's no number. It's the Knight of Swords.
There's no number. I thought it meant no.
No, but he's like coming here if you want to
It's
take a
like
look.
King, Queen, Jack.
So
coming-
he comes in. What's coming in hot mean in this scenario? What is he saying as he's walking in?
Well, she said
Let
that.
our guest get some
Oh.
of it.
Look. Why is he coming in hot? Because the police were called from the scene at the other house.
No, he's coming in hot because he was told that there was a possible murder.
I just feel like he's charging into the scene.
Yes.
Okay, he should be like an over the top character.
Okay.
I love an over the top sheriff.
So someone do his voice.
Jerry.
I see.
Well, apparently you're doing his voice.
Well, I'm just gonna start. Someone can take it from there.
Well, if
prompt.
it ain't Moira and John.
yeah.
He knows them.
He knows
from
them
high school.
From high school, small town.
And
Yeah.
they go, it's good to see you.
And his
Sheriff
fly's
Knight."
open.
Yeah, and his dick's out.
No, that'd be
No,
really
he
funny.
doesn't take
He
his
gets
dick
out of the sheriff's car and his dick is out, and he goes, "Oh fuck!"
And that's how he
No,
came in
listen,
hot.
he rings the doorbell and he's sitting there waiting. And he's like, "Oh shit!" And just as he's zipping up, they open the door. He's like,
yeah. And they go, you're still forgetting to put your dick back in your pants.
No. John just kind of gives a look down. He says, "Hey, Professor." Oh! Hey, Professor Knight. He's like, "I'm a goddamn sheriff, and you know that."
But we always called you Professor because you
Thought you knew everything.
Yeah. And he goes, well, I might not know everything, but I aim to learn everything. Who all here is in this house right here?
And they go, "What?"
Yeah, and I just felt like pulling another card, and the next card I pulled was a wand fight.
Oh!
They all pull the dicks.
I don't know. I'm sorry. That was others.
Oh no, Sheriff goes, remember back when we used to have those wand fights? And he goes, now they're for the
Damn it.
Moira.
Moira!
And she goes, I know, boys, and their games. There's a murder.
He goes, "Anyway, so what happened? You saw a murder?"
And she goes, Laura goes, it was my dad, my crazy boyfriend Greg. He came in with 2 knives and started stabbing on his belly. Stabbing, there was blood everywhere.
And Moira goes, "You didn't say there was 2 knives."
And she goes, yeah, one in each hand.
I was nervous.
I didn't think anyone would believe 2 knives.
And he goes, all right. The sheriff goes, can I come in and sit down? I need a drink.
Sheriff, it's out again. Oh, God damn it.
No, so the sheriff, so they give him beer, they sit down, and he's like, and he puts his hand down. So, and he's like, I'm sorry. He can't put his hand down his pants. He catches himself. The sheriff's my favorite.
The sheriff, yeah, because he's pretty over the top, and so John is like, ugh, this guy.
He's like, we're never gonna get this problem solved.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
He goes, Moira, we gotta call the FBI. He takes Moira aside. He's like, we gotta call someone else. This fucking guy, you remember what he was like?
He can't even keep his dick in his pants. Yeah.
Definitely not going to help us get out of this mess. We're going to look guilty because the murder is in our house right after she did it.
Wait, but they think Greg did it.
They go, there's a fucking murder on the loose. We've got the fucking worst sheriff on the case.
We got the worst sheriff.
And they look in the kitchen and he's sitting there like just looking around. And he's like does the thing in the chair that I always used to get in trouble for.
But wands, we gotta listen to the cards.
You're the only one that caught that. You know when you lean back on a chair?
Yeah.
On the floor. Put it down.
Well, I used to lean back in a chair like, you gotta break the chair.
Yeah, you gotta put 4.
Yeah, 4 on the floor. Good. They say that. Sheriff, 4 on the floor.
Yeah, that's
He goes,
what they say. That's 4 on the floor.
So what is wand fight?
What is a wand fight?
Well, I think that they
This
should be
is-
like, Sheriff's like, well, only one way to solve this.
What does the card mean?
The card means like a conflicting ideas.
Yeah.
Like you're working with a group, kind of like what we're doing right now.
Okay.
And then
And so we're just like,
Sheriff, this is very serious, and we need your full attention. And he goes, all right. I'm all in. So let's go to the scene of the crime. But first, a round of shots. And they do shots.
That's silly.
So how do we get to? I would like to pull a few cards out
Okay.
to get through some middle to the end, like to frame it. How do I say?
Wait, the scene or the whole thing?
Like
Like you want to outline the story
Yes.
a little bit without spoiling.
That's not what we do, but it's totally, everything's improv, scene by scene.
Totally. Okay.
Until there's like a point where you're like, I just need the story to end, and you desperately start looking for it.
Okay,
That's what we usually
got
do.
it,
Yeah,
got
it
it.
sounds
I
like you're
don't-
already there.
She already knows the whole thing.
I'm like, okay, but what I want to know is how does John? I feel like there needs to be a part where we like know how we know what's the significance of what John knows.
What John?
Of his
this-
power.
What is the significance of entanglement?
Maybe John takes the sheriff aside and talks to him about it. He's
Okay.
like, you know how we always used to call you the professor?
Yeah.
And he goes, yeah, well, I know a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I've gone down some Wikipedia rabbit holes. And he goes, well, you know about quantum entanglement? He's like, oh, sure, it's so interesting. I mean, I can never totally get my head around it, but yeah.
With this getting tangled with that.
And then John goes, I think I figured it out. The sheriff slaps him. He goes, I'm sorry, I've really overreacted.
I thought you had a fly on your face.
Oh yeah, just
A spider.
Wait, pause.
Pause.
I gotta pee.
Oh. I just like my 3rd cup of water.
So we gotta remember where we're at. He slapped him. A lot of slapping in this movie.
A lot of violence.
A lot of violence. How's that coming? Still going? Good. And we could talk about something else. How's everyone doing? Yeah, it must be weird to just watch a conversation and sometimes participate a little.
Documenting
Oh, okay.
some of it.
What's up?
My extended family's assuming you're coming to Thanksgiving.
Oh, okay.
Just got an
Listen, we'll
email.
cross that bridge when we get to it.
But
We were
it's
talking about
happening.
Thanksgiving in August.
people have to fly. Oh,
Did I come to Thanksgiving last time?
no, you never come to Thanksgiving.
I don't
You
celebrate.
should go to Thanksgiving.
What do you do
I-
on Thanksgiving?
Celebrate?
I don't-
Oh, you go to your
You're
parents.
gonna get in trouble now.
No.
I think
I
the
set it up.
assumption is because we live 10 minutes from his parents that he should come for our holidays.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe I'll go.
Well, you're clearly invited.
I should think so.
They want him. They love him.
They want him.
This
they
sounds
want
like a
him.
fucking movie.
So why don't you go?
Who said I'm not going?
You
He
did a
always
minute
visits
ago.
his family for Thanksgiving.
But I go. I go to see. I saw them
for
for.
the Jewish holiday.
Yeah. Because
Seems
I get
fair,
to.
but I understand also we live 10 minutes from his family, so that you could be there all the time. But it's, I don't.
And there's more
I don't
Jewish
know.
holidays.
They're making me crazy. Yeah, but we only go for Passover.
Okay.
No, we don't even go for Passover.
I've been for Passover.
Yeah, but last time we were home for Passover.
This is gonna get cut out.
Oh, the juicy stuff.
The Jewy stuff.
Juicy.
Juicy.
Do you remember where your mic was?
Yep.
Okay. So, sheriff slaps him because he's shocked. He said, "Yeah, he figured out entanglement." He goes, "Listen, this is what it's all about." Who wants Elma, Jerry? One of you explain entanglement from John's point of view. But okay, yes, but cut each other off a lot.
Okay. I think
He's
Jerry
like,
should
"All right,
definitely
Sheriff."
start.
Put the phone back there.
He's like, all right, Sheriff. You know how?
Wait, why is he talking like the sheriff?
He's very
He's
Contagious?
very easily influenced.
yeah.
You say litigious?
He's very litigious. No, he's like, Sheriff, you know entanglement.
No.
No, it's not. And the sheriff is like, you know, I
like-
don't know
he's like,
entanglement
"All right, assume
like you
I'm an
do.
idiot."
No, but he's explaining the secret of entanglement as he figured it out. The sheriff's his old buddy.
I think he should be like, listen, I don't know exactly what is going on.
That's so funny. To be like, I figured out entanglement, then bring someone into the room and go, okay, so listen, I haven't exactly figured it out.
But I do know that something's going on.
Yeah.
And it has to do with this murder. He goes, you saying you in on this, boy?
And no. And the sheriff he's like, you know what happened last time.
Oh.
I love a little, liturgic
Letitious.
behavior.
He's like, don't make me do this again with you.
The sheriff says that.
Yeah.
Oh. He 5450'd him. Is that what it's called?
5450.
What's that mean?
5950?
It's when you
54 like,
bust
oh,
someone
hold him.
down.
Well, you
Oh, like the cop code?
like you have to hold him down.
I don't know. I made it up.
And he goes, don't let me 187 on you.
Oh my God. He's going to kill him.
Yeah. Yeah, but John is.
And they just start throwing numbers back at each other.
And that's...
Well, I'm a 1682 you.
And they go, what are we doing?
What are we doing?
He goes, there was a murder.
We've been entangled.
We've been entangled,
The math starts speaking through them.
Yes.
and it's working out some sort of equation.
Yeah.
And then the sheriff was like, all right, we got to go. And he turns around towards the camera and his flies open again.
He's the comedic relief.
That's part of it, though. That will have meaning.
Oh.
And if you pull open the card, it might tell us the
He goes,
meaning.
all right,
All right.
I'll drive. And they all get into the sheriff's car.
What
The card I pulled is
The sheriff.
the magician.
magician.
So it's another person.
The deputal.
No.
We're introducing another character? I like these three characters.
She
Okay.
said another person.
So the magician is kind of like somebody you meet on your way. He's the gas station attendant.
Okay.
Oh, yes, that gives us, he gives us knowledge.
Maybe he had a dream about entanglement too.
Well, he's going to give us a good nugget of, because right now in the picture he has one hand up and one. It looks like he's holding. He's dancing.
Yes. Okay. So they come. So they pull up to the gas station, and the attendant is dancing.
Well, they're like, Sheriff, why are we at the gas station? We have to get to the scene of the crime.
Cars don't run on nothing.
Yep.
Yeah. He goes, what do you think, they're entangled?
But no, yeah.
You can't just show up. We have to drive there.
And the attendant is dancing.
The attendant's dancing.
Yeah, they see it in the mirror,
Mm-hmm.
and the sheriff gets out the pump because he's got the company card.
And he says, cut it out.
No, the sheriff
He
doesn't
tells
notice
him
this.
to cut it out. He's like, what you so happy
No,
for?
I think the sheriff doesn't notice, and now John and Maura are kind of like, do you see this?
Okay.
Okay.
And then John gets out, and Maura's like, where are you going? He goes, shh,
Because he looks at his feet,
and they're glowing.
they're glowing. So he starts dancing with the attendant.
Well, he goes in, and then as he's going in, sheriff's like, get me a Slim Jim. And then he's like,
No, I think John, he's watching his feet glow, and he's doing steps that are leading him to dance in time with the attendant, and they're doing a beautiful dance together.
and the attendant sees him through the window with the broom, and he goes,
No, the next thing that happens is all of a sudden they get to the scene of the crime. And they
Wait, what about
realize
the
What about the dancing?
the dancing in sync with the gas station attendant turned on the entanglement. Like there was something
And
in
they
the glowing
transport?
feet. Yes.
Oh my God! Yes, it's a fade. They stay solid, but the scene fades. It dissolves.
Yes.
And now, John is dancing with the attendant at the scene of the crime.
Yes.
But no one sees them. It's like
Ghost?
Whoopi
Goldberg.
Christmas Carol.
Christmas Carol.
Like their
like they're
spirits are
ghosts.
there.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Well, their energy bodies are there. That's
Yeah.
what you see. It's not their full physical form. They entanglemented.
yes, their information is passing faster than light.
Yes.
And the attendant said, "I knew you were coming. That's why I started dancing."
To get your attention. That's right, everyone sounds like the sheriff in this movie.
Because he's the attendant.
Okay.
I think we need to pull another card. Because now
Wait, but what is this? He has to be shown something.
we're seeing Laura stab her dad.
Oh, we're flashing back.
Yeah, and he goes, "Oh my God, it was Laura." And he goes, "I don't know who any of these people are,
But I do know that cigarettes are on sale.
this is the most important dance I've ever done."
2 for 1, baby. That never happens.
All right. So they see the stabbing. John gets the full story on what happened.
And once he stops dancing, they snap back
Yes.
to the gas station.
And he's standing in front of the cashier, being like, "Sir,
Oh,
are you gonna pay for the gas?"
Yeah, the attendant is like, "What the fuck are you doing?" Because the
Yeah.
attendant wasn't really dancing.
Yeah. And then he's like, "Pay for the gas," and he looks out, and the sheriff's like, "You gonna pay it?"
All right, so the crowd seems to want the attendant to have actually been dancing. How can we get a vote on that?
Really? Oh, he was.
Okay, he was really dancing, so he goes.
He knows he's magic.
He knows.
He looks at it.
He's the
and
magician. He's the
Yeah.
But he pretends like he doesn't know.
he goes.
Oh, and he's wearing a red shirt.
Dude, red's the theme. The red robe is the theme.
Yeah. So he goes. Thank you for the dance, and rings him up. But he's like, I didn't buy anything, and he passes him a pack of cigarettes. And he's like, I don't smoke. He's like, tonight you do.
Oh.
But I'm gonna get violently ill.
Okay, that's. I'm
just
interested.
intake nicotine.
I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued by
Oh,
that.
maybe these come in Sandy. In Sandy. These are Sandy.
He's covered in sand.
Okay, so he puts the cigarettes in his pocket, and he has to unfortunately pay for the sheriff's gas.
Yeah.
But he gets back to the car with the sheriff, and he's
He's like, "What took you so long? We got a murder to get to."
He's like, we gotta catch that Greg boy. He's like, I don't think it was Greg.
yeah. And then
He's like, "You think it was a bear?"
yeah,
He's like, "No, what are you talking about?" He's like, "I don't know."
because the sheriff's stupid.
No, he's like just hoping for a bear attack.
Oh,
Because he's crazy.
he's crazy. Okay, well, John turns to him and he's like, "I did it again. I entangled.
Oops.
I saw what happened."
We should sneak in Britney lyrics.
No,
Oop, I did it again.
I did it again.
I know I'm
Oops,
toxic.
I did it
I'm so
again.
toxic.
I'm so toxic. But I think that the sheriff is just like, quit saying these words to me.
Quit dropping Britney Spears lyrics in my goddamn patrol car.
You know they're
And
recording
he starts
me.
blasting AC/DC.
He starts blasting Justin.
Oh, I don't like this part of the story.
Okay, this is too inside baseball.
This is very inside. Then again, the only one listening.
She was there the other night.
Well, I assume if Molly's here, she's entangled with somebody out in the world who's actually listening on the radio.
Wow. On the radio somehow.
I'm so confused.
Physics.
Podcast.
Podcast is the radio
On,
Of our
of
time.
the
In
internet.
the future, that will be the case.
yeah, this is it. This is the episode.
Okay, so
So, pulling the card.
So wait, so they get back into the sheriff's car and they speed away.
they don't.
The sheriff forgets to take the pump out.
Okay, yes.
Yes, Jerry.
All right, from now on, I'm writing for the sheriff.
Okay, you can have them.
Maybe the attendant comes, puts it back, takes a little sip first.
The sheriff is giving me Steve Martin.
Great.
Yeah, like a.
See, I was imagining like a big fat. Oh, he's too old. That would make him too old. Okay, let's say Steve Martin. Steve Martin.
But fat. I saw him a little chubby.
Maybe Steve Martin will get fat for this role.
Okay,
Wow.
he will.
He's 80.
Well,
No, he looks
we're,
great.
we're
He's
using 30-year-olds.
He's
No, he's 79, I think.
It's 80 in my book.
I just saw today.
Listen, when I look at him, all I think is 69.
Because he's looked the same since he was 35.
It's so crazy.
Oh, that's oh man.
But
The sheriff should have went in the gas station and bought a hat that says "Wine 'em down in '69."
78.
No.
He goes, "Look, I finally found my favorite hat."
Okay, let's keep them moving. So they're driving. John starts explaining. John starts explaining. I don't think it was Greg. I think it was Laura that killed her dad.
On the way there.
Yeah, because he just had the vision.
Okay, but they didn't get there yet. He's driving.
Yes, and he goes, "And what are you basing that on?"
He sounds like Foghorn Leghorn.
"That's great. That's a great angle."
Professor Leghorn.
I said, "What are you basing this on?"
And he goes,
Son.
I had a dance with the attendant. And he goes,
Stop speaking in metaphor.
and he goes, it was tied to my dream. You know, I don't usually remember my dreams. And he goes, I do know that about you.
And Moira is just in the back like.
let's see.
All right, so now they get to the house, and what happens?
Moira means fate, by the way.
Fake.
Fate.
Fate.
Yeah.
Wow. Fate versus.
And he had a
entanglement.
build. Image
Wait, what?
in Yiddish.
But why did you say build?
Because I just learned it. Okay, build in Yiddish means image. Just to let you guys know this.
We're getting juicy again. What is this? Page of Wands. Please tell us about the Page of Wands.
Good question. Let me look it up. He looks.
on a
He's
Tuesday.
giving me like salesman vibes.
Page of Wands. What does this
Jerry,
mean,
can you
though?
grab this so I can see?
So we're back
Jerry,
with
can you
the
bring it up to my
wands.
face?
The wands want to make an appearance so bad.
I think Greg has this power.
I think he might be a Fed that's already at the scene of the crime.
Oh, yeah, exactly. This fucking scene has been open.
What's his accent?
Oh, I
it's-
think he talks like this.
Yes.
Oh, I like
a
this.
white
Yeah.
Obama.
I think he's a real prick.
It says the page of wands
He does a good Obama. You do that.
suggests that you can feel the stirring of something new emerging within you, but you don't know how to turn it into action. So I'm getting the vibe that this Fed is like, I've been on this case for a long time.
But this happened to him.
This happened an hour ago.
But he's on the entanglement case.
He's on the entanglement.
Exactly.
This is the Fed level. This isn't local cop shit.
He's not here. Oh, he's not here because of the murder. He's here because of the dream.
Yes.
I'm here because of the dream. Wait, hold on. I gotta say, Michelle. I'm here because of the dream. The audacity to dream.
I'm here because of the dream? He
Yes.
just admits it?
No,
It's supernatural?
I'm just telling. He's telling
Okay.
us, not out loud, by his actions, and maybe later by loud.
So he's dressed in
allowed.
a suit, like a Fed.
Yeah. And he's like a blonde guy.
Blonde.
Well, I'm going off.
Oh,
the,
okay.
And
He gives a Matthew McConaughey vibe.
yeah, but not Southern like that.
Not Southern. he's fed, so I'm imagining him to be like Mulder and Scully-ish, like
Yeah.
a little bit more on
It's the only feds I know.
Yeah, only cool.
He's a big guy. Big, tall guy.
Okay.
Yeah, you feel his presence.
Yeah.
He brings presence.
He's straight as an arrow and like stands real tall. Dur, 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 dur.
I like when somebody like sees him at the scene of the crime, like another cop, and they're all like, people are taking pictures, the news is there, and he's like, somebody goes, "Oh, are you here for the murder?" And he's like, "No, I'm here for the dream."
Yeah.
And that's like,
It's on the internet.
no, but like that is like his line.
Yeah.
That's like
Here
his.
for the murder, here for the drink.
Yeah,
No,
that's gonna be like
that's his
on
tagline.
IMDb quotes
Yeah,
The
exactly.
tag.
tag.
So then the sheriff approaches the scene, and he starts sticking
They,
his
they
finger.
pull up with the fucking pump still in the gas.
Yeah, he's sticking his finger in the holes in Laura's dad's belly, and he goes, "Yeah."
Seems like a stab. A stab? Wound.
Well,
I was gonna finish. You cut me off.
Stabs, to be precise. Yeah, it looks like 2, or maybe 1 just went right through.
And he's going in and out like that.
I don't think you should be doing that. Then the Fed walks by and taps him on the shoulder and goes, "Sheriff Knight, I'm Federal Agent Page, and I'd like to talk to you and your friend outside." And he points to the corpse. He goes, "This guy, I hardly know him." And he goes, "No, John." He goes, "How do you know my name?" And he goes, "I dreamed you."
Very strange.
I dreamed you.
Excuse me?
I dreamed you. I've been dreaming you for years. Your name is John McGlick.
He looks at Pat McGlick. John McGlick.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. And they go outside.
What's revealed?
Oh, back to this main theme.
What is it? Swords.
Look how she's entangled.
It's It's about the
in
entanglement.
the red robe.
She's so yeah. This is like somebody needs saving.
He tells her about the entanglement. This is where it's revealed.
He tells, who's her?
He tells them about John and Laura.
Well, yes. No, I think when you think the Fed goes, I think you have something to tell me about entanglement.
He
Yes.
goes, but I haven't even written the paper yet.
He goes, you've written it up here.
I saw it.
I saw it in your dream.
I saw it in your dream.
He goes, are we entangled too? And he goes, you're entangled with quite a few characters.
The end.
And then,
This is where Hollywood shut it off and say, I'm saving the rest for tomorrow.
I like what we built.
We've built something here.
And we got to build it
gotta
until
finish
it
it.
falls over.
Okay.
Oh,
So
you get to tell it next. The end.
Gary, tell us more about entanglement.
Yeah.
Like the reels?
Yeah.
Like the nerdies?
Yes, just do it.
Nerdies.
I'm
All right.
googling
If
it.
you take two particles and then you separate them, if you flip one, the other one will flip the opposite, like two, magnets.
I know
Yeah.
why it happens.
No one knows
No
why.
one knows.
But that's what John
And
figured out in his dream.
Einstein told us that nothing can travel faster than light.
But
Not even information, especially
when
information.
these particles are entangled.
You're not.
And the
you're not
Chinese
you got to come talking to
have
my mic if you want to say
successfully-
something.
I'm just excited.
The Chinese have sent particles to the moon, and that's the furthest we've seen entanglement happening.
Oh, we've seen entanglement happen out in space.
Yeah, the Chinese has sent it out to one of their satellites, and they sent the particle there, and they had one on Earth, and they flipped the one on Earth, and immediately
Oh
the
my
one on the
God.
satellite flipped.
Does entanglement happen a lot?
It is in every particle. So every particle that you're
We're
made of
all
your
entangled.
everything that's matter
So me?
is
Are we
made
talking me?
So
All of our
the universe.
atoms are entangled with each other.
Yes.
We're like mycelium.
Yes. So the universe doesn't create one thing; it always creates pairs. So like
Yep.
two protons appear out of
Yeah.
out of quantum flux, they call
Yeah.
it. So when two particles appear, they're entangled forever. So we can make particles inside the Large Hadron Collider, and when we do, they're entangled. That's it. It's like we don't understand what's happening.
This is an argument for monogamy.
Dun-dun.
What about
Elma,
me?
can you pull a card?
Yes.
On a quantum level,
Sorry.
nothing doesn't affect
The
it.
star.
Is there
Okay.
another me
This
out
comes
there
after the
that's
tower.
Well, that's a multiverse.
So,
Yes.
so what you just said is what the Fed says, and then John goes, "But I figured out what's causing it. What's causing the entanglement?" And he goes, "What?" And he goes, "The star." And they go, "What is the star?" And they go, "It's some source of energy. It's not truly a star. It's just the best my mind can construct to show me what it looks like.
It's a dark star.
It's a dark star, and the rays of darkness reach out and grab objects at sometimes at the other side of town, sometimes in different universes, and flip them in tandem with each other. And this dark star is getting closer to our Earth, getting closer to our town, and our entanglement is getting tighter. And the coincidences and the connections are getting darker.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then it just gets really nerdy, so that we have to have something come in, and Sheriff goes, "We got a cigarette."
And then John's like,
He goes, "Enough of this mumbo jumbo. I need a cigarette. Who's got a cigarette?"
and John
Pulls the pack out,
and
which
goes,
is now glowing, and hands it to him. And he takes it out. He goes, "Sheriff, I wouldn't do that."
It's not glowing yet. It doesn't glow.
Oh,
yet. It lights up.
that's right. That's right.
Well, is it maybe it's as the lighter, as he's about to light it, it starts
And
glowing.
he goes, "Sheriff!" And then as he does, the
on
house
fire! No,
blows up.
I think the sheriff gets set on fire completely. He's
My
ablaze.
baby?
Why does this get set on fire? Does he? It's just he becomes combustible?
No, it has to be
Okay,
one
yes,
with
you're
the
right,
other.
You're right. I was going with image,
No,
not with. No, you're right.
No, but then that doesn't make sense because if the cigarette goes on fire, which is smoking it, the house can't blow up because that's fire as well.
The house floods. No, I think the house. Okay, wait, maybe no. So they keep on with the conversation. The sheriff is smoking. Then when he puts the cigarette out, then it
Yes.
starts to glow. He goes, "Sheriff, no!" And then
Yeah,
the
yeah,
house
yeah.
blows up.
Yes.
And like everyone blows up, even Laura.
Oh my God, guys.
Wait, Laura was
Wait.
with them? I thought she
Wait.
stayed home.
The next
Wait,
card to
Laura.
pull out.
Yeah. The tower.
No, I knew
That
it
goes
was
with
going
the
to
story.
be.
Oh my god. Well, that we already told it.
I know.
Now,
It's telling us.
oh my god. We're entangled.
We're entangled.
Can you explain about the tower a little bit?
The tower is when
Can you explain the image first?
Okay, the image is of a tall tower being struck by lightning, and it bursts on fire, and there's people falling out of the building.
This is exactly what we saw, by the way. Lightning hit the house. It's on fire. The cops that were searching the house are jumping
The-
out the window.
Oh my God, who's informing who?
Exactly. And what does the tower symbolize?
Structures that we have built to protect ourselves, but if they are not built, if they're built on false principles, I'm like derp. Hold on.
It's built on false pretenses. of false
Yes,
art.
when it's
Because it was never structurally sound to begin with.
exactly.
It was always a lie,
Thank you. Yes.
which is what she was always lying to them.
Well, no, the father, it was a house of lies. The father was a lying, abusive, alcoholic gambler. And that is, this whole time we've been vilifying Laura, but the father is the real villain.
Well, we kind of got that in the first scene.
I know, but
Maybe he shouldn't have been that hard.
we knew that.
Yeah.
No one else saw that except for the viewers
Yeah.
and the people in this room.
The dark star
The dark star.
struck lightning to the house. It blew up. Everybody bursted out of the house. And so now who survives?
Sheriff?
All the people outside, which was the sheriff, John.
Should the agent just have disappeared?
The agent, they just look back. After it blows up, they just look back and they see the agent looking at them as he drives away. And he goes, well, I can't. It's an audio format. Never mind. He doesn't do any kind of weird hand symbol.
He goes,
No, Gary.
I gotta pee, but I don't want to lose momentum. Let's keep going.
so does
Oh man, we've been recording for a bit. But
We gotta end this.
No, we are not near the end. I'm sorry, everybody.
I feel bad.
I thought he's always rushing for the end.
No, we can be if you're getting close to.
It's okay. I'm good. I just don't
Well,
know.
that seems to be,
The climax.
The climax.
Climax
I
in the
feel like
middle.
we hit the
No,
climax.
but it's and then it's denouement straight
Yeah.
down.
No,
Denouement.
there's rising action, climax. Then there's
Oh, yeah.
like pillow talk, then denouement for a pillow talk. The sheriff goes, now you gonna tell me what the fuck is going on right now? He's like, I did, you just didn't understand him. And then he slaps him, and then we cut back to Laura, who's gently touching Greg's face now. And she goes, Craig, I'm so sorry. I didn't know what to do. I thought because he's only 17. He's like,
He's 17.
and she's 18. She's like, I thought because you were behind, you get in less trouble. But I'm gonna tell them. I'm gonna tell them I did it. And then he goes, did what? And she goes, I killed my father. And he goes, oh my God. And you were telling me to get a job?
Yeah.
And she goes, listen, your father was a monster. We have to tell people, they'll understand. There's evidence in the house, evidence of all his crimes, everything he did to your mother, everything he did to you, everything he did to the neighbors.
His famous monologues.
We just gotta go to the house. And then just as they say that, fire. Because the house is fucking gone.
Yeah.
They burnt up all the
evidence. And they go, what's that? That's going.
It's our own personal 9/11.
And that's the first edit of the night.
You know, destroying the evidence. No one believes that. Okay, go on. The sheriff says that because he's funny. I put all my fault on the sheriff.
What we got?
All right. Next card is Four of Wands.
Can we see the?
Yeah. The Four of Wands shows two people dressed in robes with a bouquet of flowers with their hands in the air. Looks like they're celebrating. Looks like they got to.
Maybe they finally realized the whole meaning.
Wait, who would know? Maybe someone is in line with the Dark Star and celebrate. Maybe it's the attendant and the Fed are working together for this evil cosmic god. Hello.
Hello.
I forgot about the Dark Star.
Well,
No,
remember.
The Dark Star is important, actually. But I think from where I left off in my own train of thought of thinking, this Dark Star, the entanglement was getting so intense. It got so close, and everything was and that's why everybody was getting entangled. And it was just like, so when it exploded, now things have settled. Things are back to somewhat normal.
But we need a big explosion scene.
Oh,
that was the
okay.
house exploded. The star didn't explode.
The star didn't explode.
star-
Well,
still-
maybe they looked up and they see the
I
star
thought
exploding,
it all imploded.
and like it just fills the screen with white light, and then we fade
We
back.
didn't earn that.
Okay.
I think we cut to the gas station. This is the Fed. He just pulled up. He walks in. He high fives the attendant.
They start dancing.
And they go, Mashugana is coming.
Who?
Mashugana, the Dark Star.
Oh, Mashugana.
And they
They
say,
start dancing.
That's probably we could do a better name. Let's workshop that.
Mashugana.
No, that sounds too much like Mashugana. Fascista. It's coming. The Dark Star.
Schreidinger.
To bring order to the universe, because for too long things have been lopsided. A person did something, nobody would do the opposite. We need the mirror. We need the world to be like the mirror, to be ordered.
The mirror.
And they're saying, it's happening, fascism.
Yes.
And that's them.
Yep, under their little hoopah.
They hoopa and they kiss.
They have an altar in the back room.
Yes.
They're celebrating raising the star.
And they do the dance.
And they go, they will.
The hoopah dance.
Yeah.
And they go, but Are the humans ready to learn that the star is the sheriff?
Oh, I thought they were.
You thought they were what?
I thought they were humans. They're just priests of this dark
Yeah,
star.
I thought they're just believers and worshippers of this
And they're
dark star.
at every level of society. Gas station attendant, federal agent, president of the United States, mayor.
Yes.
Wet nurse?
Yeah, sure.
They're all in society, like Men in Black.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Like they're just all here. Now,
That would be a good montage to show all the people.
As he's explaining this.
yeah, like who it could be.
Oh, so they wait. So why would they just? Hey, you know that secret society we're a part of?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, tell me about it again. I mean, I know about it, but
Well, it makes sense because secret societies were the ones who were messing with the tarot.
Okay. Move forward.
Okay.
wait, move forward. Okay,
Cut to sheriff.
cut to the sheriff, Jerry. Okay.
So
Fast.
we find out that they're all
I take that back. We're fast forwarding.
they're all bringers of the star,
Not the sheriff.
not the sheriff.
The sheriff.
But the Fed.
The Fed and the attendant.
The Fed and the attendant, yeah.
Yeah.
The sheriff is the only one who's just like, he's like now figuring it out.
Well, yeah, because John just told him.
Yeah.
And then Laura and Greg come up and they see the house. They go, no, the evidence.
And she goes, yes.
Who? No. That was the evidence that the father was culpable and she was acting in self-defense.
Yeah.
And they go, the evidence of what? And Laura goes, she goes, I killed my father.
Yeah. And then
And everyone looks at the show. Oh, were you going to do something? What?
Oh, and then because John is entangled, he goes, I kissed my father. He does the opposite. Because we've all kissed our dads. Sure.
He kissed his
He
dad.
kissed his dad.
No,
Just
he was
once?
fluffing the pillow when he was
Yes.
stabbing. We have to keep
That's
it.
right. I kissed her father.
He was like, I was fluffing the pillows on my bed. I was doing
I was doing it in a stabbing like motion.
He's like, it makes so much sense.
I was doing it the Finnish style. That's how they do it in Finland.
Okay, so then
We're punishing everyone, it feels like.
this is good. We're gonna wrap it up.
Okay. Okay, we gotta start getting wild if we're gonna wrap it up. We got 15 minutes. I think we could do this in 15 minutes.
Okay.
Is that doable? We gotta talk fast.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's
15 minutes is a long time.
10 minutes.
Okay, 10 minutes. And then
could-
I gotta pee. Listen, I know what it's like to have to do something.
Yeah. You know. Okay.
What we got?
I like how it ends.
Oh, boy, tell us. You're like picking up all the
Nah, you
color.
ain't ready. This one's just for me.
Do you appreciate it?
Okay, so
Okay,
I can't see
Jerry.
anything.
I pulled the Two of Cups and the Ace of Wands. The Two of Cups has two people cheersing their chalices. And the last one is a hand coming out of a cloud holding a wand.
It's the star.
So the hand starts to reach down, and everyone looks up, and they go, "What the fuck is that?" And then John goes, "That's the dark star." And then no, it would appear like this, like a hand, and
Like a hand.
and they go, "Where'd that Fed go?" And he goes, There's only one gas station in 100 miles. He's driving the car. And we need to find him. That's where we'll get him." And so they drive to the gas station. They see the two men banging their chalices together. Sheriff pulls out his gun. He goes, "You're in league with that hand, aren't you?" And he goes, "You're making a lot of jumps tonight, aren't you, Sheriff? A lot of jumps in logic. But you're right. We are in league. That's our god, Fajuzha.
He goes, excuse me?
There's been a lot of coincidences,
Gesundheit.
don't you think?" He goes, "Coincidences," and he goes, "For instance, John and Laura, entangled. Anything she does, he does the opposite of." And he goes, "For instance," and then he shoots Laura, and then John says, "Ooh, that feels
He gives
good."
birth.
Yeah, wait, maybe she shoots John, and then Laura gives birth.
I like the other one.
To what?
To a baby.
I don't know. I was like waiting for some twist.
To John.
She gives birth to John.
So he's like, you can't kill one without the other. They'll keep creating each other.
Entangled, bitch.
They're so intense. I would go there.
A human John comes out every time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Full-grown John.
Yeah.
Every time you kill
And
John.
she goes, ow.
He goes, and the sheriff's like, God damn it, I don't know who to shoot.
And he goes, no matter who you shoot, you'll just be giving fortune to someone else. We live in a perfect mirror world now. You'll have to just get used to it. We're all reflectoids now.
And the sheriff goes, wait a minute. That means if I shoot myself, I'll be reborn fresh. And he shoots himself and nothing happens.
In the end. I'm sorry, this is a perfect ending.
Should I hit stop?
Yeah. Yeah, it was a good job, guys.